Hey, how you doing, guys? My name is Carlos from Econ Learning Center School Group, and I'm here to let you know that this is my We Mad LearnCast. This is something that I've been working for about a year or two, uh, and basically, it's not a podcast; it's a LearnCast, which is similar to a podcast, but you're going to learn what you're seeing, what you're hearing, and you're also going to see videos that's going to teach you on the lesson that you're going to go through right now at this moment. So that's what We Mad Learncast is all about, where we elevate minds and dreams. We learn empathy, achieve, reflect, and navigate, create, inspire, share, and transform together. That's what We Mad Learncast is all about. And every Monday nights at 8 p.m., I'm going to be putting out an episode. So this is the introduction of episode number 1A. And it's going to be hosted by me, your host, Carlos Anaya from Econ Learning Center channel. And also Credit Secret Life TV network, which is empowered by Credit Secret Life TV network. So let's get started.
Hey there. It's Mr. Creditability, I, Carlos Anaya, We Mad Learn Cast intro co-host from the Econ Learning Center channel. Welcome to the We Mad Learn Cast, where we elevate minds and dreams. We learn, empathize, achieve, reflect, navigate, create, aspire, share, and transform together. Get ready to dive into a world of inspiration and growth, and a better financial IQ besides the one you were wired with when you was a child. Let's make learning an adventure and a personal financial development skill that you should be learning in your school, but you are not. But that's okay, we got you guys. Tune in every Monday nights at 8 p.m. Subscribe to Carlos Econ Learning Center channel at econlearningcenter.com. Don't you dare miss an episode that is meant to change your mindset and way of a better good life.
Well, guys, this is where you can enroll to my school group. Go to econlearningcenter.org and click that button that says join. All right, now let's get started. Learn by doing credit, money, better financial. How you doing, guys? My name is Carlos Anaya, and I'm gonna take you on a journey on how I was in financial distress and how and when I got out of it. In 2004, I was $300,000 in debt. You know, lost my job, my home, and my car. This is the introduction that I'm gonna go through. You know, in this lesson. All right. Then in 2008, I established a cash flow manager financial education business. You know, and right now you are seeing my progress. You know, I am teaching people like yourself that are in financial distress and have credit issues about the importance of learning what I learned. You know, I'm a published author, financial success coach. You know, I got a couple of books in Amazon. I got 4 books in Amazon. You know, financial education books in Amazon. Basically guidebooks, right? So what we're gonna talk about today, we're gonna talk about my journey, my story, my business. All right. This is what episode number 1 is going to be about, and also the introduction of the crash course. So relax, sit back, you know, get a soda, some water, something to eat, and make sure that you're in a place where there's no interruptions, because what you're going to see is going to amaze you. So, the Debt to Freedom Blueprint. I'm going to show you the blueprint how I got out of debt. My journey, titled Carlos Journey. I'm going to be talking about leveraging legal strategies and discipline wealth building to transform a $300,000 debt into a financial education business. See, phase 1, legal intervention and debt clearing. You know, what I did, you know, I'm going to be talking about the strategy of Attorney General hardship letter, send a deep felt hardship letter, and financial documents to the AG via certified mail to your local AG. You know, and make sure that letter has the word insolvent, debt negotiation, those 3 words. You know, make sure you, you leverage the Attorney General's office, you know, to clear major notes like mortgages and car loans. So with the word insolvent, debt negotiation, when they read that letter, it's gonna say those 3 words. And it's basically what it means, that you can afford what you owed, but you're willing to negotiate on what you owe. All right? Because creditors do want to get paid. And what happens if you do not pay them, they can take you to court, depending how much money you owe. Right? Then when you finish negotiating, then you start the debt stacking negotiations. So when you negotiate all your debts into lower payments or into lower principal payments, you know, much less than what you owed, now you create a budget, a debt stacking negotiated budget, systematically negotiated remaining individual debts one at a time using debt accelerator program that I have, which is basically a software. That's how I got out of debt, you know, and I negotiated my debts. Then when you do all that, now all that is up and running, you know, until you get debt free. The good thing about this budget, this specific budget, is gonna tell you what day, what month, what year you're gonna be out of debt, and it's also gonna give you an action plan how to do it. All right. Then while you're doing that, now you start learning financial literacy. Get a financial literacy education. Learn about the history of money. Learn about the timing of money, timing of credit, timing of investment. You know, learn how to improve your financial IQ. That's phase two. So while you already set up the budget, the second part is learning financial literacy, wealth building and education. Learn how to build generational wealth. You know, I'm going to be talking about the TWS discipline program, transforming debt into wealth. I'm going to be going more deeper into the BLB investment method. Invest as little as $100 a month using a bank method uh, that I have learned. You know, it can be with your money or other people's money to make it your money towards the future. Weird, but it works. All right. The key is to pay it back, and become your own bank. Even if it's $100 a month, it could be $50 a month. So if you can afford 100, it could be 50, it could be 20, it could be 30. The key is to start it, not to ignore it. And then you're gonna start shifting a cash flow management. Start shifting your income. Start finding, where you're overspending your money, and learn how to keep more of your money. So those are the two phases that I went through to get out of my $300,000 debt. Now, again, my name is Carlos Anaya, owner of Econ Learning Center and credit repair personal financial development mentor and educator. That's what I am. I am thrilled to have you all here, and I am excited to share my story with you. So far, I already talked about what I'm going to be explaining to you guys at this moment. I'm going to be doing a deep dive of my story. So, in 2004, I was $300,000 in debt. Imagine yourself debt free. That's the first phase that you have to imagine. What would you do if you was debt free? Right? You have to imagine that, because if you don't, you still be in debt, and you get deeper into debt. And that's the key. Imagine yourself being debt free. Imagine having a plan being debt free. Okay? See, thanks to the Financial Literacy Group and Mr. Ron Harris, I am now about $14,700 in debt. $14,700 in debt out of the 300,000. But most of it is good debt, controlled, monitored, converted debt to wealth with the Money Max account, Debt Freedom Arbitrage program that I am going to be explaining to everyone that is present right now on my LearnCast. See, my credit score has gone from 530 to 750 in less than a year's time due to what I learned. You see, in 2004, I was in a dark and difficult time for me. It was very dark and difficult. But one day I stumbled upon a book called The Credit Secret Bible, which I purchased in Amazon for $20. This book changed my life. As soon as I listened to the audio CD and read the entire book, I knew that I had found the solution to my financial problems. So I read the Credit Secret Bible. After that, I discovered the How Money Works, Stop Being a Sucker for Your Money, book. I read that book. I also read The Laws of Success by Napoleon Hill. Basically, it's like your personal financial mentor, you know, and motivator. This is a book that can motivate you to build generational wealth. There's a lot of secrets inside this book. And then I read the other book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This is another book that's similar to the Laws of Success. Only thing is more advanced. The Laws of Success, it was from 1932, you know, and there's a lot of secrets on both of these books. So, but I went deeper. There was a chapter in the book that talked about reaching out to the Attorney General's office with all your financial documents and heartfelt hardship letter. I decided to take a chance. What did I have to lose? And send my documents with a hardship goodwill letter to the Attorney General's office, my local Attorney General's office. From there, I started negotiating my debts one by one, following the methods outlined in the book to repair my credit status and build generational wealth. I also invested a financial personal development course called TWS, Transforming Debt into Wealth, and How Money Works course, which taught me the new rules of money and how to manage my credit, my debts, my money, my expenses, my taxes, my investment, establish my financial services, learn by doing business too. The courses taught me that God has a purpose for everyone in their lives, and that you have to find something that you do best and be grateful on doing it well, and also to be consistent, disciplined when you do it, or share it with someone that really needs your help and wins your trust on the actual financial and credit educational services you can offer to them to start the process for them to fulfill their good life too. See, these courses not only help me achieve debt freedom, but also inspire me to start my own credit repair and financial education business in Waterbury, Connecticut. In 2008, I was not debt free, but I had a clear action plan in place to reach my debt freedom goal and secure my financial future. See, from there, I started negotiating my debts one by one and following the methods outlined in the book to repair my credit status and build wealth. I also invested in a financial personal development course called TWS. You know, see, Again, I want to repeat myself because these courses not only help me achieve that freedom, but also inspire me to start my own credit repair and financial education business in Waterbury, Connecticut, which is my school group. What are you seeing now? So anybody that's in my school group, you are seeing just the beginning of what's coming in my school group, the lessons that you're going to learn. So if you're in my school group now, congratulations. You in it for life, for free. So if you're in it now, you don't have to pay for it for life. But after the 360 people, 360 students that sign up for my group, the activation fee, subscription fee will begin. So again, I was not there free, but I had a clear action plan, a plan in place to reach my debt freedom goals and secure my financial future. After I learned everything that I had to do with credit and how money really works, I decided to write a book called A Guide to a United Personal Financial Success Educated Nation for a Better Prosperous World. You know, to share my knowledge and inspire others to take control of their financial futures. I firmly believe that when we have faith in ourselves and in a higher power, we can achieve anything we set our minds to. After that, I wrote another book. Another book. It's called How to Repair, Fix, Boost, Rebuild, and Later Monitor Your New FICO 10 and FICO 10T credit scores. You know, which basically, when you get this book, you don't have to pay for something that you can do yourself, but not by yourself. With me in my group, learn how to repair your credit, boost up your credit score, build generational wealth, and learn financial literacy. And learn how to monitor your credit, your good credit, when you get it. So I continued to educate myself. Then I took another course to become a financial smart money coach, educator to teach others like yourself on the importance of learning financial literacy and the importance of having a solid 7 credit and money milestone financial foundation. As I continue to help others with their financial problems and get paid doing what I love to do, I realize that we as individuals have the power to establish our own economy and control our credit status or money, our taxes, and investment to achieve financial success. We just need to learn how money really works and make smart choices with our finances. The reason I established my business because I have applied for financial education in business, businesses like a bank and so on to become a bank manager and so on. And for some reason I didn't get hired. Probably is because what I probably know more than them. You know, that's how they felt. So I decided to establish my own business, to help those that are being taken as a sucker for their money and also their credit too and their overall life. So I invite you you guys to join me on this journey to financial freedom together. Let's learn together, grow together, and empower our kids and teens and each other to take control of our current and future finances and live the life we deserve. Thank you for being here today. And remember, we all have a gift and a purpose in this world. Let's make the most of it. See, in order to build courage and be fearless on what you really want to be in your life, it takes passion, commitment, discipline, and time to take action on what you want to do or accomplish in your life. So to start to manifest your goals in your life, you need to focus on these four goals. Goal number one, your physical goals. Goal number two, your personal goals. Goals number three, your professional goals. And last and not least, the most important, your actual purpose and action plan to complete the other three goals. In order for you to find your why, your actual purpose in your life, all three goals have to be completed. If you miss one, you will not find your true purpose in your overall new lifestyle. So, find out more. Watch this testimonial video of everyone that decided to take action to start the process to get out of debt.
I remember when we first heard about the debt to wealth system. I really wasn't convinced. In fact, I was totally skeptical, thinking this is just another get out of debt scam.
I thought, all my debts paid off in 8 years? These people are crazy.
Pay all my debts off in 6.4 years? Not a chance.
I put in my debt totals and it said I could have it all paid off in 9.3 years and save over $184,000 in interest alone.
I set an appointment with one of their specialists and we have a Zoom meeting.
The representative offered us a free financial analysis, and I gave her our numbers. She didn't ask for any social security number or any banking information or nothing. So I thought, okay, maybe this is legit.
Then I saw the platform. It was really cool. We put in all our debt information, all the details, what we owed, the minimum payment, what was due, the interest rate, everything.
It created an action plan and they told me exactly what to do. The best part of it is that it didn't change my current budget. I didn't have to come up with more money to make it happen. And it told me exactly what to do every month so I could pay my debts faster.
It told me exactly what to pay on the exact date. I just followed the instructions. It was so easy. And I check the platform once a week now.
What I like about this is it's showing me at the top of the screen that how much I have already saved in interest.
In the beginning, I thought this was a bi-weekly plan, paying a little extra here or there, or some kind of refinance. But no, it really wasn't anything like that.
I was shocked to find out I didn't have to change my spending habits at all. My wife and I had our gym memberships, we went out to dinner, and the occasional Starbucks run.
Bad credit isn't even an issue because they don't even do a credit check. And the longer the program runs, the better my credit score gets. I like that.
I'm halfway done and I'm right on track, just 3.4 years to go.
I will be debt free in April 12, 2023. Yay! I'm going to celebrate.
It's just math, no gimmicks.
It's like a GPS system, always recalculating to get us out of debt as quick as possible.
I had to get another car about 7 months ago, and I put the new loan into our system. Everything started recalculating in real time. My whole action plan just updated.
It's the best decision I've ever made. Honestly, I'd be lost without it.
It's the best thing I've ever seen. It's incredible.
I remember when we first heard about the debt to wealth system. I really wasn't convinced. In fact,
So again, I went through that myself too. That's a little bit of what the program is about. And those are testimonials of the people that got into the debt freedom program, same one that I took years back. Right now it's more advanced. The technology is more advanced. So you could get out of debt even more quicker than before. All right. So here's a quote that I go by every day of my life. Financial freedom is a definite purpose in everyone's life. It's something that you must create for yourself, but not by yourself. No one else can select or make your decision for you. Therefore, your definite purpose will not create itself. A desire to commit and focus in something you know and feel in your life or in your heart that there is a need for what you know that probably someone you know might not know is the factor that will determine your definite purpose, your decisions, and the final purpose in your life. You see, once you make a decision, God and the entire universe conspires to make it happen for you, but only in God's time. So think of a definite purpose of what you want to do in your life and want to do it different in your life right now at this moment. Besides waiting for the time to do it later, and don't have fear, find your true why and ask yourself, how can I do it? Now, if you believe you can do it, no matter what excuses or obstacles you are going through now, find your passion, something you are good at. Make it simple, believe in it. How can you make money with it and have fun by doing it? But remember, don't think of the money you can make. Think about how many people you can help. The money and the glory and your legacy will come in God's time, not yours. So now I'm going to do a deeper dive into my journey, transforming a $300,000 financial collapse into a reproducible blueprint for wealth, credit, repair, and personal empowerment. You see, the collapse of the status quo. I lost my 12-year career job, lost my personal home and vehicle. When traditional systems fail, radical self-education becomes the only way out. See, I was in rock bottom, $300,000 in crushing personal debt in 2004. You see, the failed interventions. Number one, lawyer. Number two, accountants. Number three, consolidation firms. As you can see, I put 3 X's on it because all three did not work. See, from fuzzy numbers to financial architect, the system's view, Roboto Mono, they don't care about us. We are just fuzzy number inside a box. On a cell phone, you're in a box. When you watch TV, you're in a box. When you're in your room in your house, you're in a box. You know? Mostly everything that you see every single day in your life is in a box. So think of shifting your mindset like you're in a circle. You see, when you're in a circle, the circle can rotate from left to right and then around left to right or right to left and then around again, right? You know, so in other words, that's how money works. You could shift your income, you know, from negative to positive if you learn how to do it the right way. And the key is to learn about how the timing of money works and also credit. You see, the system, this system is built to take forcing the individual to continuously give. We give more than what we make. Even if you think you don't give, you give every day of your life. When you wake up in the morning, when you have that bank account full of money just sitting there on your savings account, you're giving all your money to the bank to invest on your money. So, for example, if you got $10,000 in the bank, you only have 1,000 in your bank. In reality, the other 9,000 is being invested. And when they finish invested, that 10,000 could become 18,000. And that's money that you could invest yourself if you knew the strategy how to do it. So if your money is sitting just on your savings account and not doing anything and just getting 1% interest, in reality, you're just saving for the bank, not for yourself. It looks like it, but you're not, you know? Another thing, if you have a checking account and a savings account, when you finish paying all your bills and you have like $2,000 in your checking account, you should have like around 100 on your checking account. And the rest of the money should be on an emergency account, just in case an emergency happens, not your savings account. It should be in a different bank account, like a 360 money market account that can give you 3.5% interest rate instead of 1%. Just a little sample. That's called shifting your income from a negative to a positive. Banking on you, not on the bank. Basically, learning how to use the bank as a tool to build generational wealth with little money to becoming a lot of money in the long term. Now, the catalyst of this is Roboto Mono intervention via the Credit Secret Bible. You see, when moving from relying on what we need to controlling the foundation of how money actually works and taking back agency. Taking back our money, guys. That's what I just explained to you. All right. So, bypassing the system. Now, I'm going to show you how to bypass the system. Very important that you, by this time, you should have a notebook and a pen to write on. The Executive Escalation Protocol. Step 1, audit and gather. Compile all your debts, expenses, credit reports, and vital financial documents into a single master file. Step 2, start writing a hardship letter. Draft a deeply felt, undeniable account of your financial distress. Credit to identical master copies. Create 2 copies of this letter, one for you and all your creditors. Every single one of them. So also the Attorney General's office and also all your creditors. Step 3, rush the letter on certified rush mail. Bypass standard collections. Do not send to collections. In other words, do not send them to your credit bureaus. Send the letters via certified mail directly to your local assistant general, attorney general, or attorney general. Your local attorney general. Again, do not send the letters to the collections or the 3 credit bureaus. You do that after you get the results that the attorney general is going to take your case, because there's a lot of changes that happens between those days and those months. Now, step 4, intervention. The attorney general step in mortgage and car note successfully negotiate and declared as insolvent, creating breathing room. So when you become insolvent with your mortgage and your car loan and whatever else you have, it could be your credit too. All right. Now it comes the negotiation process. In other words, they have to see you that you can afford anything in order for this process could work. Another thing, there are companies out there that do things like this, but they do it wrong. They charge you, to put your money into an escrow account to start paying your debts without no negotiations, one by one. That takes too long. This method is more quicker because if they take your case, now you got a real attorney, 100% free, that you didn't have to pay a dime to. All right? And that's what I went through. That's what I did. All right, so let's continue. So, the engine of financial emancipation. Gear 1, debt stacking. Now, after, like I explained later, after you got all the negotiations, everything is all set by the attorney general, you get the big letter that they're going to take your case. Now the process starts. See, the debt accelerator process will activate. Methodically, negotiating and tackling every single remaining unsecured debts one at a time. You know, then number two, you transform your debt into wealth. You start learning financial literacy to transform your debts into wealth and organizing expenses, actively repairing personal credit status from the ground up, from the bottom to the top, as an audit. Not like these credit repair companies do, that they tell you, hey, I can delete I could delete a creditor that you have for 3 years and it's $3,000. Really? Don't believe the hype. General rule number three, bank like a bank. Now you're gonna learn how to start shifting. When you learn financial literacy, you're gonna start learn how to start shifting from a payment mindset to an accumulation mindset by systematically investing $100 per month while you paying your debts and your bills, your household bills in your house. Remember, by this time, by section 3, you will have a action plan, a debt stacking, you know, debt freedom action plan combined with the $100 per month, you know, investment plan, all combined with your credit repair, you know, payments if you have, if you have to. In other words, all your debts, all your bills will be organized into one system only, one software that you can go online and check the status, the progress on how you're doing. And you're already gonna know what day, what month, and what year you're gonna be debt free before those years. And would you like to know that? So again, the transforming debt into course, it cost me $300, but the return on investment was a lifetime of financial control. You know, nowadays, what I teach is similar. And if you want to learn what I learned, you have to join my school group, Econ Learning Center School Group. And you're going to be amazed of the amount of money that you could invest, you know, to have that financial control of your lifetime for much less than I was just told you. But let's continue. So, two mindsets of money. There are two mindsets of money, you know. Mindset number one. This is for the most people that are watching this right now. This is how you think. Now we go into psychology. This is how you guys are thinking about your money. This is how you was taught. It's not your fault. This is how you was taught, not in school, by your mom and pops, the system, and also by TV too. So relying solely on basic needs, you know, we give, and they take, and continue to take, and you continue to give. We are fuzzy numbers inside a box. We have to learn how to be in a circle, get out the box, and be in a circle where we could go round and round, left and right, right to left, you know? That's what we need to learn. Perpetual payments and baseline survival. That's what we do. We work to pay bills. We work to stay broke. We do not work to invest. Because if you work to invest, you wouldn't have to rely on a job. You rely on establishing your own business, which is a plan B. Now, my blueprint, what I learned, what they taught me, many people taught me, many mentors taught me, understanding the foundational mechanics of money, the timing of money, the timing of credit, the timing of investing the right way, the timing of establishing your business, because everything is in God's time. All right. You know, I learned to keep control and spend less by shifting my income from negative to positive, by shifting my credit from negative to positive. How you can do it? Learning financial literacy. That's the blueprint. A gifted individual with a unique purpose. When you learn financial literacy, you will be in another level. You will not be on the left hand side. You will not be on the trap system. I call it the trap system because it's a trap. All right. What I explain to you later is the truth. Do your research, go to Google, and so on and so on. You can see what I'm saying is truth. Been there, done that. You know, reaching a specific debt freedom number and retirement dollar number. That's the key. So when you create the action plan, you're gonna know what month, what day, what year you're gonna be debt free. Now that money that you save, you're gonna see your retirement dollar number. All right, and that's the key. The two mindsets of money. There are others, and when you take my 10 days credit and money 7 money milestone crash course challenge, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. So, true wealth requires faith and purpose. Without faith, there will be no purpose. The gift of life, God gave every single person a special gift and a reason to be in this world. Radical faith. God tests our faithfulness by requiring us to donate more time to ourselves and actively pursue our goals. But are we really doing that? No. We are donating more times to our jobs, to the rich, to your employer, to make it more specific, and not more time to ourselves. Not even 2 hours to learn financial literacy. All right. So we have to, in order for your mindset to shift, you have to think like the rich. Think like the rich. That's the key. See, pursuit of happiness, transforming survival into a purposeful life where dreams are fulfilled day by day, month by month, year by year. Financial control is the mechanism that frees you to pursue your God given purpose in your life. And that's true wealth requires faith and purpose. Again, as you can see on the screen, how many circles you see? You see three, right? And that's the key to get out the box. See, now the blueprint is ready for you. It's ready for you. The key, the book, a guide to a united personal financial success educated nation. Get my book, because everything that I'm telling you right now is in my book. If you want to have the complete picture of how I went from 300,000 to being out of debt. Control debt. The comprehensive manual detailing the complete debt elimination income system story of me, Carlos Anaya, my journey. See? The coaching, personal financial education and credit builder coaching. Direct hands-on guidance to implement the debt stacking and BLB methodologies, banking like the bank. The movement, Econ Learning Center petition, my school group, my Credit Secret Life TV network, my We Mad LearnCast, which you guys are watching now. See, join the collective effort to demand better financial education, systematic change in our kids' schools and also college. Imagine learning this, what I'm teaching you, in your junior high school, your kids' junior high school or college. Imagine what change can happen. So, my question to you, are you ready to take the leap of faith? My Econ Learning Center We Mad LearnCast every Monday night at 8 p.m. 1 hour masterclass. Deep dives into how money really works and actionable financial literacy strategies. You survived the descent, now build the ascent. Join us this Monday at 8 p.m. every Monday nights. We Mad LearnCast. Remember that. So, now that you know my story, we are almost to the end. Now I'm going to give you the introduction of a course that I took. It's called the Crash Course by Peak Prosperity, and Mr. Chris Matheson. He's the creator of the Crash Course. Learn, adopt, thrive. Understanding the 3 E's: economy, energy, environment. That's the key. That's how the world goes around. Economy, energy, environment. Economy, energy, environment. That's how the world goes around, guys. What I want you to do is watch this intro video, and we're almost to the end.
Welcome to this newly updated version of the Crash Course. What you're about to view has helped millions of individuals like you understand the nature of the extremely serious challenges that exist to our economy and our future prosperity, and it will guide you to take concrete actions to reduce your vulnerability to these forces. Hello, my name is Chris Martinson, and I developed this Crash Course series to help create a world worth inheriting. That's our mission here at Peak Prosperity. The Crash Course represents over 10 years of intensive inquiry and fact-checking and weaves together the economy, energy, and the environment because it is where these fields overlap and intersect that the greatest story of any generation will get told. When I released the original version back in 2008, it gained immediate popularity because many of the developments it warned of happened soon after. The global economy lurched to a halt, threatening another Great Depression, only this time on a global scale. Oil prices nearly hit $150 a barrel. A soaring cost of living led to revolutions across North Africa and the Middle East. Along the way, the Fukushima and the Deepwater Horizon crises exposed the fragility of our energy systems. And here in 2014, we are still grappling with the repercussions of these issues, and the root causes remain sadly underaddressed. But intelligent, independent-minded people like you are waking up around the world to the big picture told by this story. By the conclusion of this presentation, you will understand and be thinking about the world in a whole new way. You will see both new risks and new opportunities. I must warn you, this material will not be easy for some of you. And I know this from watching the reactions of tens of thousands of audience members I have presented it to over the years. We'll be talking about some very large changes which are, admittedly, hard to get one's mind around. Emotional reactions ranging from denial to anger to anxiety are all par for the course. So if you find yourself experiencing any of these emotions while you watch this series, it's okay. Everybody does. But let me be clear, the purpose of the crash course is not to scare you. Our position is simply this. We want to enable everyone to become more secure and to live a richer and more prosperous life. To do this, I'm going to try and expand your viewpoint. I might even challenge some of your most closely held beliefs, and I'm going to try to convince you that there's little time remaining for you to educate yourself, start planning, and take action. Again, the purpose of the crash course is to inspire you to make the informed decisions and the positive choices that could make a huge difference to your current happiness and future security. I say this having taken all of these steps in my own life, as well as helping many others do the same. The days of waiting are over. You are here watching this because you already know that something has shifted, that something is not right, and that there's a new future in front of us, and that it's time to get busy. So, let's begin. Please join me for the next chapter entitled 3 Beliefs.
All right, guys. So that's going to be on the next episode of my We Man LearnCast. We're going to be talking about the 3 beliefs. I'm going to take you on a journey about the 3 beliefs. Now, let's continue. Oh, that's the end. Again, now is the Learn by Doing quiz time. Hosted by me. Presented by Credit Secrets Live TV and Econ Learning Center channel. So what did you learn today? What did you learn? That's the question. What did you learn today? Well, let's recap. You learned about my journey. I was in financial distress and how I got out of it and how I did it, what steps I took, and how I established my own business and what my business is all about, and how I help others repay their credit, how I teach others repay their credit. You learn about my We Man LearnCast. You learn about my Credit Secret Live TV network that's will be soon. And that's what you learn. So to tell you the truth, there's no quizzes here. Not in this LearnCast. I'm just here to teach you guys. To show you that we can elevate minds. We can learn empathy together, achieve, reflect together, and navigate, create, inspire, and share, transform together as one, as group, as a group that is wanting to change their overall lifestyle from a negative one to a positive one. It is possible. If I did it, you can too. Again, divided we fall, united we fight. So let's fight together. Let's learn financial literacy together. You're not alone here, guys. Now stay tuned for episode number 2, where I'm going to be talking about the 3 beliefs. You have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. And again, every Monday nights at 8 p.m., hosted by me. Stay tuned for episode number 2. Actually, number 1B, because it's a 2-part. So, again, join my school group and let's learn together, guys. If you are not in my school group yet, you still have time to join my school group. So, this is Carlos Anaya signing out.